As you can see, there's not a single or universal recipe for automatic transmission fluid. The fluids use the same type of ingredients, but they are formulated to different specifications depending on the manufacturer of the transmission. Transmission fluid is formulated for the friction materials used on the clutches, the gasket and seal materials, and the metallurgy inside the transmission. The length of service interval, fuel economy, shift quality, and the performance specifications and even the temperature range matter to the formulation. The engineers at the OEMs and the fluid formulators have many ingredients to choose from to achieve the desired performance. By volume, the number one ingredient is base stock. This is a highly refined mineral oil classified as a synthetic fluid. The base stock is formulated for performance under high and low temperatures, shear strength, and other lubricating properties. It represents 80 to 90% of the volume of the fluid. The viscosity specifications of the base stock is going lower and lower on the latest transmissions to improve the transmission's overall efficiency. This is why you see bottles that have specifications for LV or low viscosity in their names. Other ingredients inside the transmission fluids are called additive packages. These chemical ingredients help to give the transmission fluid the ability to operate and protect the transmission. By volume, detergents are in second place for the next largest ingredient by volume. Detergents help to keep the surfaces clean from varnish, which is an advanced form of sludge. In addition, these detergent ingredients act as a dispersant to control the contamination and buildup of sludge. So what's a dispersant? When transmission fluid is exposed to extreme temperatures, the long chemical chains of hydrocarbons are damaged, and when they bond with oxygen, they break up. So instead of nice long lubricating chains, they look like balls of wadded up molecules that can be very sticky and like to stick to each other. These oxidized molecules like to stick together because they are electrically charged. As more fluid is oxidized, more of them can stick together and form sludge and varnish. Detergents and dispersants surround the oxidized particle, preventing them from linking up and forming sludge and varnish. The contamination remains suspended in solution with a protective layer around it. To prevent the transmission fluid from oxidizing, transmission fluids will include antioxidant. These chemicals enhance the thermal stability, improve lubricant performance, and reduce sludge formation. They also minimize fluid thickening, and they control acids inside the transmission fluid. Friction modifiers control the friction levels between the components of the clutches and the bands. These ingredients can be tuned to give the best shift performance and longevity of the friction materials. Anti-wear ingredients are designed to reduce wear between metal parts that are under extreme pressure. These chemicals help to improve the lubricity of the fluid so it sticks to the metal surfaces. Another part of the additive package is the anti-foaming ingredients that prevent bubbles from forming inside the fluid. Bubbles can be formed due to cavitation in the pump, torque converter, and the actuation of some of the valves inside the valve body. Since air is compressed, foamy fluid can change shift characteristics and the hydraulic operation of the entire transmission. There are also buffers that control the pH of the fluid. They help to reduce the corrosion inside the transmission. The base stocks and the additive packages must be compatible with the metals, gaskets, and seals inside the transmission. Some transmission fluids include seal conditioners to keep the gaskets and seals flexible over the entire life of the transmission. The additive package components do degrade or become depleted over time and need to be replaced by installing fresh transmission fluid. In other words, the chemicals that control the pH, friction levels, and prevent sludging have a limited life and a limited supply. When these ingredients are exhausted, their control over the characteristics of the fluid quickly change. We now know the ingredients inside a transmission fluid recipe. In the third module, which is the next one, we will cover how the OEMs and formulators work together to get the mix right for the vehicle and transmission.